I decided to start recording a video because I've because I was like yapping about a whole bunch of crap, a bunch of bull crap. Okay, it's probably gonna be like the title of the video. 30 minutes of me yapping on some bull crap in a stupid voice, because this isn't my real voice. I don't talk like this, okay? I don't talk like this in a normal context, but in like a in I don't. This isn't how my normal voice is, okay? Like in a usual sense, I would talk like this, okay? Even this is barely real, because like I don't deepen my voice like this, bro. I talk more like this, you know. I still sound like a grown man, but anyways, anywho, let me get back into character, because I'm supposed to be like a character that I haven't really given a name, but you know, I'm in a character, and I've just been laying on my bed talking to myself the entire time. And I think I just thought, if I'm gonna be talking, I might as well record what I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna record all this just bull crappery, okay? Just all this bull crappery, okay? Because I don't have this shenaniganery, all this bull crap, okay? I was gonna record all the stuff and nonsense spilling out of my gullet, my gabber, my maw, my gob, my yapper. I don't know, my trap. So, but yeah, I think I interrupted myself. I don't know, but I just thought, if I'm gonna be talking, I'm gonna talk to a camera. I'm gonna talk or into a microphone and just record all of this, because if I'm just laying down on my bed this entire time talking to nothing, like I'm talking to somebody, and you know, if I'm just gonna spend my entire time talking to somebody, or talking to nobody, like I'm talking to somebody in my room by myself with my air conditioner just blasted, you know, just blasted on full volume. Like, it's just me, myself, and I in here. You know, I sound like a schizophrenic, schizo. Yeah, call me. I don't care. Call me paranoid. I don't care. I know. ASMR King Teleboy. Yeah, he's pretty fire. You should go subscribe to him or something. It's that Teleboy is spelled TELABOY. But you know, earlier I was talking about how I'm like a modern day Mr. Hippo. If you ever played FNAF Ultimate Custom, like FNAF meaning Five Nights at Freddy's. So Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom. Like, I was talking about Mr. Hippo, who is one of the enemies that you can have coming to try to kill you in FNAF Ultimate Custom Night. Okay, and so basically he's just a purple hippo guy, and when he jump scares you, he just like his death scream is, you know, he's like, "You have met a very terrible death, my friend." He's like, "This is a very unfortunate fate," and then he just like yaps your ear off. Just like a whole 15 minutes of just yapping. I think, I don't know. There's a good bit of like dialogue, but I was saying I'm like very similar to that, except I'm not a hippo and I don't have an elephant as a friend. You know, a magical British elephant. Yeah, because Orville the elephant is a magician, right? Because I'm pretty sure he has a wand and he wears a top hat and he's like British and all that. So yeah, I don't even know. I'm talking close enough to the microphones where you could probably hear me over the air conditioning. Speaking of air conditioning, I heard I heard it was like really hot in Europe and like I don't know, that might have been outdated or something, but I heard it was like really hot in Europe and it's like because they don't really have like air conditioning like that, they're just like suffering, you know. So that's why and then I'm gonna see in the video like the Chinese are like, haha, we are all cool and we got water and stuff. We aren't sweating it. Yeah. Y'all just a bunch of dorkazoids, a bunch of lamos. Not having air conditioning in your houses. That's dumb. You know, thinking about it, they should like have air conditioning in the house, like just in case, you know. Like, why don't they buy some? Do they not have windows in their houses? That's where they can just like buy window ACs and then just blast it. Are they just broke? Do they not make enough money in Europe? Is Europe a third world country? Imagine if Europe was a country. That'd be something. How bored am I to just be talking into a microphone, you know? Like, I never thought about that. I am so bored to be doing this. I did this video 6 minutes and 16 seconds so far. I just been talking about stuff. Oh yeah, I was talking about Mr. Hippo. Yeah, you just talk your ear off. He talked like at one point he talks about like mixing lemonade and tea, and it's like really good, and you should try it. Goes off on like tangent about stuff. I can't really name stuff specifically about. I remember one of the conversations, like one of the Yap sessions he has is about like he's feeding Red or or no, it's Orville, his friend Orville, feeding bread to ducks, and I think it's something along those lines. But basically, yeah. But like feeding bread to ducks, something about that. Or no, I don't even know if it's ducks. It might be pigeon. Well, no, it's ducks. Yeah. So ducks. So like Orville was feeding bread to ducks. He was feeding them breadcrumbs. And then Mr. Hippo, he's like, you really should. He's like, you really should feed bread to ducks, you know, because like, well, you should get them bird seed or something. It's like more healthy because they, you know, ducks weren't really made to like eat bread. That's not natural. Bread isn't a naturally occurring resource, you know. So ducks aren't really made to eat bread. And yeah, and then they was just like talking about it, you know. You can't like feed a duck like sourdough bread or something, and you do. And like if you feed a duck sourdough bread, the bread it just like expands in the stomach and it kills them. Yeah, so yeah, you should just. So yeah, that's a rule of thumb though. Like from now on, if you like feeding ducks, you shouldn't feed them bread. Just feed them bird seed, something natural that they eat in the wild, you know, so they don't like die from bread poisoning, from a yeast infection to yeast poisoning. I'm going yeast. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna keep talking. I can keep talking forever. I just be yapping I just yap my head off in my head. I be yapping I yap the ear off my brain. I just talk in my head, and my head's like an echo chamber of my own voice, you know. And I just like talk to myself, and then I just like go on a tangent, and I realize when I realize I'm going on a tangent in my head. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I explaining stuff that doesn't need to be explained? Because I'm not talking to anybody. You know, like I could be like, man, it's a really beautiful day. Like, I wonder why birds sing. Something, I don't know. I can't think of a specific example off the top of my head, uh, like I'm just putting myself on the spot here. I'm throwing myself under the bus, and I just can't think, you know, I just can't think of a thing. Um, I could really be a voice actor. You know, it's not, is voice acting that hard? I don't think it's that hard. I can voice act. I just need to be a little more confident. Like, go get him. I can voice act in my own games. Speaking of my own games, speaking of my own games, I make games on Scratch. If you don't know what Scratch is, see, this is an example of the tangents I go on. I'm like, I talk to myself exactly like this in my head. I'm like, if you don't know what Scratch is, I know what Scratch is. I'm talking to myself. Okay? You don't need to explain to yourself what Scratch is in your head. You already know. You're not talking to anybody. You're talking to yourself, you wacko. Anyways, if you don't know what Scratch is, it's a kids platform for like learning like the basics of coding pretty much. It's like, yeah, for young kids to teenagers. And when I grow up, I wanna be a game developer. You're gonna see when GTA 7 comes out in 2078, check the credits. Cause check the credits for my name. For Dustin. Yeah, it's my name. I'm not gonna put my whole government name out there. I mean, it probably is already one of these videos. I don't know. Hey, try watching my videos. They're all pretty fire. Yeah. It's been 12 minutes. I've just been talking endlessly. Man, I'm really good at just talking. I should really like start a podcast. I could like make this ASMR or something. Okay. ASMR with Dustin. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I don't know if anybody came. No, I doubt anybody came here for looking for ASMR. They just came here for an idiot talking into a phone for 12 minutes or however long I keep talking to this phone until I get bored. But I haven't gotten bored yet. It's kind of therapeutic. It's better than having a therapist. Who needs a therapist nowadays? You actually need a therapist. You're like kind of lame. Just talk to your phone. Just talk to ChatGPT. I'm not being serious though. Like don't talk to ChatGPT. Like actually, like if you need help, like get help. There's people to talk to. I don't need anybody to talk to though. I don't think. I don't know. Sometimes I think like it'd be nice to just be like have somebody I could just be like dead ass with. Maybe I shouldn't cuss. I don't know. I don't know if my mom might watch this or something. Yeah, anyways, sometimes it's just like I just want somebody to just like be myself with. Just like be straight up. Just talk what's on my mind and just have them listen. And I'm not paying them. Just like a friend, but when I do want to do that, I just like shy away from it. Like when I do have the opportunity, sometimes I just like shy away from it. Cause I'm like I struggle with being serious. This is real Dustin right here. This isn't goofy voice Dustin talking right now. This is real Dustin right now. But anyways, this what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I just want to like just be like for real. It's kind of hard to do nowadays. I wonder if this video will ever get like any actual views. It's like probably gonna be like one of those videos that gets recommended to people like a million years later, and suddenly this video just has like a million views because the algorithm thought, hey, people want to watch 16-year-old talking into a phone for however long, because that's how the YouTube algorithm rolls, and I'm doing a stupid voice, man. I feel like I should like take things more seriously. I struggle with that though, because you see, Like I just like tackle everything with humor. I don't know why. Like everything, I just put on a smile when things go wrong, and I don't know if that's a good thing or what. But like I feel like sometimes, it's just I don't know. I don't know. Mm. I really am like a modern day Mr. Hippo. I'm just talking, and talking and talking. I'm worse than Mr. Hippo, yeah, because this I don't even have a script even. So that's how I'm worse than Mr. Hippo, because Mr. Hippo he was talking out a script because he was being voice acted by a voice actor with a script, and it's Scott Cawthon, the maker of FNAF and FNAF, obviously FNAF Ultimate Custom Night. He made the script. He wrote the script himself for Mr. Hippo and had a voice actor just talk about the script. I'd assume, and I'm here, lying on my bed, my dirty bed that I need to clean very desperately, but I'm not gonna show anybody because it's embarrassing. Yeah, but you know, just talking into a phone, pointing it up at a ceiling fan on my room, because my room's very dirty, and I don't want to show the whole world my disgusting dirty room. And here's my windowsill with a prime on it. And I have a tent right there. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Scott Clark. I'm worse than Mr. Hippo basically because I've been talking on and 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 on. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end for almost 17 minutes now in about 10 seconds. I've just been talking, just talking and talking, and I keep repeating myself over and over. See, I did it just then. And this is how I talk to myself in my head, by the way. So now you know the psychology of Dustin. Okay, this is exactly how I talk to myself in my brain. This is how my brain talks to me. Even though my brain, you know, when you think about it, are you the brain or the body? You feel the body, but like the brain just feels like an abstract thing because you don't see it. But the brain is what's controlling everything. The brain is the reason you can talk, you can think, you can do anything. If you didn't have a brain, your body, your heart wouldn't beat. Or yeah, it's to control like your heartbeat and stuff. Like if your brain, well, no, because you can be brain dead, but like the rest of your body's still alive. It's not like comas work, sort of. Like your brain dead. There's no brain activity, but your body still runs. So you really don't need your brain to live. You're just in a vegetative state without a brain. So you might as well be dead. It's weird to think about how the heart is actually the most important thing. Because if you didn't have a heart, then your brain wouldn't function. But if you didn't have lungs, then your brain wouldn't function. But if you didn't have a heart, your lungs wouldn't function because then because your heart pumps blood, and your lungs take in oxygen, right? And then the oxygen, your lungs take the oxygen and put it in your blood, and then the heart pumps the blood around to get that oxygen to your brain. And then your brain uses the oxygen to power itself, and it constantly needs oxygen, and that's why That's why it's easier to breathe. Or no, like it's easier to hold your breath longer when you're like not moving. Like hold on. Just I'm holding my breath right now. Not moving. Okay. I had to take a breath there. Whew. Okay. Yeah. But I didn't move an inch, sort of. kind of, sort of. But it's a lot easier to hold your breath when you're not moving than when you are moving, because your brain, like your body, when you're moving, you're using the oxygen that's in your bloodstream, right? And so that means the brain has less oxygen to use for itself when you're moving and holding your breath. So that's when your brain sends like panic signals. It's like, breathe, gosh dang it, breathe. You need to breathe. You need to freaking breathe, you idiot. What are you doing? Okay? You need to breathe. You need to breathe. That's how your brain goes, okay? It sends signals. It signals itself, it's kind of weird. I can't tell if it's signaling your body to do it, or if it's signaling itself to do it, or what, but, it's kind of weird. This voice started out like a nerd voice, and then it kind of just turned into a New Yorker, so that's kind of a thing. It's kind of weird. It's been 20 minutes I've been talking, I can see how Dan Henschel does this, bro. It's pretty cool. Like, now I understand Daniel Henschel's mindset when he's making these videos in his car, and he's just talking to a camera for 30 seconds by himself on end, and he doesn't seem to get bored, because it's kind of hard to run out of things to talk about when you can just talk and talk and talk like I can, or like Dan Henschel can. I can't talk like this when I'm around other people. I just run out of things to talk about because there's nothing to talk about. Because I'm more of a situational kind of person, I'm like a sitcom kind of guy, situational comedy. I can't really talk about anything unless there's something actively happening, or I just have to think of something on the fly. I'm not good at small talk. Did you hear that whole run-on sentence? That was beautiful. Hold on, I might be like a black Dan Henschel. Yes, I'm black. You see my hands. You see, I'm black. I am a African American boy. Okay. I am quiche. I was at a pool party yesterday. They were being kind of racist. Is that a joke? I'll leave that up to you. It was like a jokey kind of racism, I didn't mind. I don't really care about that sort of thing, as long as they don't take it too far, as long as I'm not getting lynched, they're our homies still. They're still friends. Yeah. The pool party was fun though. I enjoyed it. I almost drowned once, I think, but it was fun. So almost drowning is fun. Drowning is not so much though. I drank a lot of water. Yeah, a lot of pool water. Reminds me of the first time I almost drowned in an actual pool, at the YMCA. I don't know if you have a YMCA where you live. I don't know if there's one in every state, but I know there's a local YMCA here, the YMCA family of Southeastern Mississippi or something. I don't know, something along those lines. There's a YMCA of this city here where I live, okay? So basically it's like red and yellow. It's iconic. It's right in front of the right next to a park. It's a good view. So basically, well, speaking of the park, it has that park is that's like a landmark of the city, okay? The city's a lot bigger. Speaking, okay, there's so many things on my mind right now. Let me slow down. So first, what do I want to talk about? In order, okay. I want to talk about the pool party, the park, then my drowning experience. Okay, so the pool party. While I was being driven out there by my stepdad was driving the vehicle. My mother was in the back seat, so I could get out of the car easily because it's a two-door. It's a two-door convertible. That's what they're called, right? The drop top things, the vehicles where the top peels back and it's like an open top vehicle. Man, wish I could ride around like that more often. No, that's fun. It's fun. Anyways, Man, it's been almost 30 minutes, and I just been talking. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube too. Anyways, I'm really like this city is a lot bigger than I thought than you would think. You know, this city is a lot bigger than it seems. You know, there's a lot of space. There's a lot of people that live here. It's like 2,000 people that live here, I think. I don't know, but the city's a lot bigger than it looks at first glance. Small town vibes. Yeah. Man, what am I? I'm like hearing something like vibrate when I talk. I think that might be my my voice box. Is that better? Nope. Nope. I just sound like a clanker. Anyways, I sound like a robot. I just hear something like rattling around in my throat when I talk. It's weird. I just noticed it. Anyways, the pool party. It's like way out there. It's like man, people really live out in the middle of nowhere. You know, like this. It's similar. I experience a similar feeling when I'm like going somewhere. And I just see all these like houses in the middle of nowhere. There's like a school, passing a school. That's like out. It's like just literally in Timbuktu, you know, and just in Timbuktu, and yeah. That's all I had to say about that pool party. It was fun though. I already said that. Anyways, what's next? Oh yeah, the park. So the park, it's a nice park. It's I'm not gonna say the name of the park because I don't want to like dox myself. I mean, I probably already have. If you're one of those rainbow type folks and you're just gonna find the address of a 16-year-old boy because you're weird. It's just how the world works nowadays, I guess. You know, as a matter of fact, I turned 16 a few days ago. So, if anybody that watches this video, wish me a happy birthday. My birthday is on July 6th, actually. So my birthday was... Wish me a late birthday. Yeah. Or a happy one if you watch it on July 6th of whatever year you're watching. Anyways. Okay. I just farted. Anyways. The park. It has like a big fish. Like bridge. Just like a big bridge. There's like a bridge in the park. It's shaped like a fish. It looks like a fish. On the inside, you can see like its ribs and stuff. It's cool. Okay, the park's like really like orange and green and stuff. There's another park in the city. Used to be called. I want to say. I won't say the name of the park, but it's like red and blue and white. It's also iconic. It's a really big pavilion. It's great. It's great. It's like the city hall is over there, and the police department, the police stations over there. There's like 2 fire stations, as far as I'm aware. There's 2 fire stations in the city. Yeah. I live near one. There's one next to the high school. What else? Yeah. Oh yeah. My drowning experience. So let me talk about that. So my drowning experience. So my mom doesn't remember it. I remember bringing it up to her. She's like, "No, I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember, honey." Anyways. So basically, I tried like going over to the deep end of the pool. This was years ago. This like I'm pretty sure this was before the pandemic. So this was a while ago. Okay. I can't remember if this was before the pandemic or like shortly, like during or shortly. I don't think so. I don't remember people wearing masks around that time. So I'm pretty sure this was before the pandemic. Yeah, for sure. So like somewhere between 2017 and 2019, I was a young lad. Basically, what happened? I went over to the deep end of the pool. I was holding on to like the side of the ledge. Okay, this was at the YMCA. I don't know what that stands for actually. I might look it up later. You should look it up. Tell me in the comments, even though I probably already know. If anybody does comment on this, this would be really, really cool if this blows up. You know, hit that like and subscribe button. Did the like button do the little cool rainbow thing? I hope so. You hit that like button. Like the video. The like button or better did that cool little like rainbow thing that it's supposed to do, that YouTube made it do. You know, it sucks that they removed the dislike feature. Anyways, well, they didn't really remove it, but like, it's like removed the viewable like dislike count, so that's kind of dumb. Like it kind of like counteracts, like, so like if there's a bad video being posted and people can't see the dislikes, like, then they won't know it's a bad video. That's like spreading misinformation. They have to look at the comments. And sometimes people don't do that, you know. Sometimes people don't like looking at the comments, I guess, or whatever. Just bouncing on the bed. Anyways, my drowning experience. Yeah. So, my drowning experience. Yeah. So, yeah, I went into the deep end. I was grabbing on the ledge, and I thought, hey, this can't be that deep. What if I let go of the ledge and like come back up? So I let go of the ledge. I go all the way under. Then my feet touch the floor. And I'm like jumping. And then I try to like jump up. But I realize that water has a lot of resistance, okay? And so I like barely go up. And I start panicking. I'm like, I take a big old nice gulp of fresh chlorinated pool water, okay? Delicious, right? And I'm just jumping. I take that. I just inhale that pool water. Then I feel a hand grab me, and my mother, and the hand pulls me up. And I look, it's my mother. She's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yep." I was not okay. I almost died. I just shrugged it off like it was nothing. You know, I wish I had more trauma, and I'm also glad I don't have more trauma. So, because I wish I had like trauma to dump, sort of, but I don't. You know, you should really be careful what you wish for, you know. But, yeah. Well, I should probably stop talking now. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. But yeah. Yeah, it's the story of how I almost drowned. I'm sure everybody's almost drowned, you know. It's like a universal experience. Yeah, almost drowning. Could ask somebody if they've almost drowned, they'll almost certainly say yes. Yeah, it's like, was it in a pool, in a river, in a pond? We went to a pond at the pool party. The pool party I was talking about earlier. Yeah, went to a pool pond. You know, it was all green. It's really deep. I was really scared. I'm not a strong swimmer, you know. But yeah, that's I'm gonna end the video. This recording here. I've been talking for a good 32 minutes. Can't wait to come back to this video in like 10 years and find that it has like 10 bajillion views. So if that happens, I hope it happens. That'd be pretty cool. I'll leave a comment like, hey, if you guys want me to do another yap sesh, then let me know. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, and maybe I can like get an audience with doing something like this. You know, I don't know if I just post like low effort YouTube videos on here most of the time on this channel. You know, it's kind of lame. I have like 103 subscribers. I get no views. The subscribers only subscribe because that one video I posted with the Atlas robot from Boston Dynamics. Anyways, yeah, goodbye. It's been 33 minutes and 45, 46, 47 seconds. So, yeah, it's been a pleasure to yap like I missed a hippo, and I'll see you whenever. Yeah, goodbye.